Alrighty, hello everyone out there on the entire immense and the brilliant YouTube space and Fusion Fans land. So if you're not familiar with me, it's just me Alex sitting here home being happy, and guess what? In today's video shoot I'll be probably doing this. I don't have any slightest or any particular fucking idea what is this, but I'll be doing this tonight. Probably my video shoot of tonight won't be too long, and it won't be too short as well, I should say, because I don't know, I haven't prepared anything in advance, as I don't do usually, and it's not my standpoint of my advancing of my American. I only compose things arbitrarily as they go. I'll be going and tangent, pulling words out of my mouth as in other words are already there, and they are being pulled out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? If you got everything that was been said just right now, then good for you. At a boy or at a gal, I should say, depending on your gender, who you are. I respect you all. So the more silly item I choose, the more it allows me to speak, like going deeply into details. Because if I've chosen something, for example, complicated, I wouldn't got it in the right way, the way that I would want, because that would be like describing only going like in a superficial way if I've chosen that one. But I haven't chosen the complicated one. I've chosen the simple one, and that allows me again to go deeper into detail. And again, if I had chosen something complicated, it wouldn't allowed me to speak in the way that I want. So let's get this show on the road. Is my practicing of some subjunctive mood. We've got it out of the way already. I stained the rug, I know, but I don't care. As it goes, it suits me perfectly and suits me right. And who said life would be easy? No one said life would be easy, right? So let's get going. What do we have? So what do we do? For the first point, I should say this is something that I brought from my kitchen. I don't have any fucking idea what is this, but it like kind of use my soul and my brain to the point my brain shuts down, and it's been shutting down for fourth or even fifth day in a row. This snow is hanging over our heads. It's not on the ground yet. I don't know whether it has its intentions to fall in our nasty vicinities, whether it doesn't, or we'll see. So anyways, I've got sidetracked again, as I always do. And so what I was gonna say, see, this seal item is pretty ordinary and extraordinary shaped at the same time. It's like a half of the moon, hanging in the skies up there, but it's not the moon. It's something soft. It's made out of some not fluffy, but some soft substance reminding some kind. I will stumble in this video shoot up tonight, because I warn you, my brain is shutting down, not only right now, but for what consecutive day in a row. I don't know if I can even remember what day it's been shutting down right now. So this is kind of something like rubber substance related material. It's soft, it's easy to touch, it's comforting to touch it. Its softness pretty just comforting when you press it, as I'm doing with my fingertips, with my tentacles. So as I'm doing this, I'm feeling goodness coming to me. I don't know why this shit happens to me, but I'm happy with what I have. I ran out my happiness out of silly items, as I had them around my place everywhere, literally like laying, sitting on my table, sitting on my floor, wherever else they might be. They are there. I love them all. So this is the very particular exhibit, all that kind of items that I just brought it up for you. So let's do this. What we have. So it's like let's do from the obvious going to not so obvious notions around this silly item. What is obvious? The obvious things are: it's white, it's moon shaped, is half per circle shaped, it's moon shaped like atom, and it's soft. I said it's made out of some rubber kind of material. I don't know I don't know in whatever language it would be. I don't know the definition for this kind of rubber, but it's kind of like rubber. Let's call it rubber, but it's not. I don't fucking know the name for this material. It's usually when I touch it, it's comforting. It's very soft, like metal soft, not too much. Not my not the my fingers not a sink in it. It has pretty like resilient surface and bouncing. When you touch it, it's so resilient that it's able to go to its previous shape, being like flat at both sides, and this side we have going like in a circle, half rounded. If it was a circle, if it been a circle, it would have been like fully circle shaped, but it's not. So the inner side is like a rectangle shape because it's cut at this straight angle, and it's pretty evenly cut, I should say. Wheat had this big circle. It's evenly spread and evenly cut. I don't know who took that another part of this moon. Maybe the moon has taken that fucking half of this circle. It's on the moon right now. It's on the motherfucking moon, and it's not motherfucking moon. It's good moon, but it's obviously like sun. My silly kind of thoughts going in a tangent again. I don't know who sang that song. I'm on the motherfucking moon, but I'm not there, and you are not there. Thanks God, and we are not there. So let's get going. What it says fucking nothing, because it doesn't have any fucking notices on it. There aren't there all those notices. They shouldn't have been there at all, because it's pretty just ubiquitous, maybe fluffy something that everyone might have at their apartments or wherever. Happy me, I have this one, and so I'm doing what I'm doing. So what about its shape, or its shape, excuse me, its shape? Oh my god, I'm so big about correcting my own mistakes. So shape, color, substance, resilience, physical sensations when you touch it, is all done. So it's like if I put it this side up, like I'm putting it, putting it up right now. If it had colors on it, it would be like a rainbow something. I live not far from the neighborhoods which we call rainbow vicinities, and I'm not gonna dive into that stuff, because if you're not familiar, you will not get it either way. So this, like, imagine this being a rainbow, these rainbow stripes, with these rainbow stripes being of different colors. I'm checking your imagination right now, your brain abilities. Let's imagine this being a rainbow without having it that way. So being whitish, but we are having in our minds, we're having it right now like a rainbow color something. So it would be like what, like rainbow, but without these inner hollow part. It's all like filled with this substance without having this free space as a regular rainbow would have. And thanks God it's not here. It's like complete and half rounded something. I guess it's some kind of like insertion for everyday use. You may put it between the short leg of your washing machine and between your floor, in order for your washing machine not to bounce too severely when it's operating, when it's washing stuff. It's not washing stuff. I'm making too fucking many mistakes, but I don't fucking care about them at all. So if you put it like between your washing machine, the leg of your washing machine and the floor, it would not bounce too much. probably it will bounce even more because it's like resilient, but it doesn't have that tough resilience needed to be there between your washing machine and the floor. Is something harder, might be designed for doing that way, not this item over here, because it's soft. It wouldn't be serving well for those purposes that I've described it right now for. So it's something incoherent. I don't know for what use can we apply this item. I still haven't figured that out or and previously I haven't figured that out what it serves for. And I know a lot of actually silly items as they go well with my silly head. Silly goes well with silly, as I am being silly right now, and my stupid head being silly right now. So silly goes well with silly, and it allows me to extract more fucking unknown, unspoken ramblings out of my mind, and that advances my American to that extent that I want. And if we'd had again something more complicated, I wouldn't be able to speak about this the way that I want. And again, the more simple item you choose, the more that kind of switches off your brain out of the opportunities to speak like superficial about your stuff that you are doing right now. The more simple item you have, the more that brain gets for your own creativity. It extracts. You wouldn't even imagine yourself how it is able to extract ideas out of your head with having this silly item as silly as simple, not silly. Silly, it goes without the saying. As simple as we are having this nicest simple item right now in front of your own eyes. So guys, I'm going out of words. I'm running out of gas. Water pitch here about this silly item. It has no fucking notices on it. It says fucking nothing, but at the same time it says a lot. Using my mouth, using my speech and my voice here as I'm doing my American, then this item serves well and is right now being of a good use for me, for my American. And yes, as we've done it, and as we have just practiced this item, do your own things that you have around your place, where you live, where you dwell, wherever. I'll be good with observing your activities happening in front of my eyes, and I'll be happy whatever you would be doing in your lives. But do that for good, and never quit practicing your American. That's for today. Probably that's just it, but only for tonight. So I've been good, I've said what I wanted, so that's about it. Keep practicing, never quit your own life tracks. I'll be good, and I'll be good with having you in my life, following my channel, and I'll be following yours if you have any. Practice. Bye. Thanks again for watching me.